Good shot. Good board. Ooh. Oh, that was me. That's my fault.
Good block. Okay, 13-14. Let's go. Gotta get a stop here. We got a good one, Shake. I know when you're quiet, you're locked in.
Oh, yeah.
It's all happening in Florida. From Amway Center in Orlando, the Rockets taking on the Magic. For the Rockets, the journey of a new season starts now. The challenges of the past have become fuel to create a path to success. Magic Rockets. Tip-off coming up next. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here's the starting group for Houston. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And for Orlando, forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. The guard pair, it's Suggs and Harris. And it's Carter in at the 5. And game one of the NBA season, Greg, is here. Does everyone get butterflies, or is it just me?
No, I'm right there with you, partner. The anticipation has been brewing for months. Nothing like opening night.
Now here is Harris. Passes it to Banchero. Smith with the defensive effort.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And Orlando has possession. Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
I tell you, don't be surprised when Franz Wagner gets up above the rim and finishes. This guy loves to attack the basket.
Pass to Smith. Now Şengün over Carter. Şengün with the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
For 3, Van Vliet. Orlando grabs the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
It's good on the putback. Şengün's got his second basket.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Van Vliet. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Greg, remember back when the 22-23 season started, the Rockets were among the youngest teams in the NBA.
And it's hard to win in this league with youth and inexperience. Houston's front office aggressively adding quality vets like Fred VanVleet in hopes of stabilizing that roster.
Brooks for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Wagner. That one a little long.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Van Vliet left side. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. The Rockets trail. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Suggs. Good work defensively by Smith.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Magic have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Harris finds Wagner. Misses off the right iron. Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Out to Brooks. Shoots over Wagner. Another miss by Houston.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
That goes down 2 points.
Let's remember, at 6'10", Franz Wagner is a tough cover, especially when he's going off the dribble drive.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Wagner's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Banchero. Markel Fultz is checked in for Franz Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Suggs. Anthony with the bucket.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Pass to Whitmore. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Magic leading by 6. Anthony nowhere around. Good on the 3-point shot. Anthony's got 6.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And that one's good. Whitmore.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Holiday against Anthony. Harris outside. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Now the pass finds Gary Harris in the right spot. He gets to the rise and fire quick.
To the left side wing. His 3-pointers off the mark. Orlando, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
They get it back. Adams. The shot will not fall. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Magic leading by 11. And Anthony gets double teamed. Puts up a 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Taken away by Anthony. And here we go. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Out left to the wing. And Whitmore with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Whitmore's got a couple of 3s now in the first for the Rockets. Anthony right side. Here's Fultz. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Magic lead by 13. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Rockets trail by 13. For this young Orlando team, last season GA was a huge step forward.
A 12-win improvement, taking a giant step forward offensively. Their top 5 scorers, all under 25 years old, a very bright future in Orlando.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. Wagner on the wing. It's rebounded by Houston. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Green, the pass to Van Vliet. Here's Brooks. And it's good off the back rim and in. That's now 8 points for Brooks.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. To the middle. Here's Wagner. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Van Vliet kicks to Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Magic leading by 9. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Rockets have brought in Ime Udoka to help their team become a winner. Ime said, "We have a lot of guys that have a chip on their shoulder. Those are the types I look for. And from there, we want to cultivate that into team success. That's the job of a coach, to push that and get that out of them." Evan?
It is. Good thought. All right, David, thank you. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
3-pointer. Brooks cans it from downtown. Brooks has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Here's Anthony trying to get open as Carter. This is the Suns. Out to Anthony. There's the 3. No good on the shot.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Wasted no time on that one. Van Vliet's got his first 3 points of the game. Greg, there has been some talk of having overtime play to a target score. Can you make the case for that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, more certainty on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute levels that can result in those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And the Rockets hiring of Coach Udoka brought a lot of optimism, it seems, to the fan base.
Yeah, Houston has had a rough go in recent years. And Udoka took the Celtics to the NBA Finals in his long season as head coach. They're not expecting that kind of success right away, but they're hopeful he can turn things in the right direction.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Green, and Tari Eason subbed in for Smith. Now here's Anthony. 10 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Carter goes to the fadeaway and gains it. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Out to the wing from outside the arc. Shot by Eason, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And it's Banchero missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now, Wagner, after Jalen Green's 3-pointer that didn't go. Banchero outside. There's the lob to Carter. An emphatic LU jam.
In his vicinity, I promise you, Carter Jr. is going to catch the basketball. Woo-hoo-hoo!
And here's Brooks from outside. Rebound by the Magic. Wagner on the wing. Headed by Green. Offensive rebound.
2 minutes. remaining in the first
Here's
half.
Şengün. Brooks, that's a two-pointer. Rebounded by Anthony. Magic leading by 11. Now the pass to Suggs. Off target with his three. Şengün with the ball. Here's Eason. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 5 here tonight.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Now here's Anthony. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul for the Magic. Wagner's checked in for Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Franz Wagner. And it's Fultz in for Anthony. The Rockets also changing it up. Whitmore, he's checked in for Tari Eason. Jay Shante comes in for Dylan Brooks. It's Thompson in for Green. Now, here's Suggs. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Thompson from long range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
From 12 feet out. And Isaac throws it down.
Now, this is what you expect from Jonathan Isaac. High-energy player, wants to contribute on the boards. Nicely done.
52 seconds left in the first half. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. That's tipped.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. At one point, they led by 16. And finished off by Wagner.
Yeah, Markelle Fultz trying to be a better floor general. On time and on target. Do that consistently.
Now here's Van Vliet. Tight defense on him. The shot that time, not on target. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Suggs passes to Wagner. Now here's Isaac. And he banks in the layup. It's a 12-point Magic lead.
And this is an area that Jonathan Isaac continues to work on. Key is being aggressive and finish.
And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
What an effort to get the tip in. Just wanting it a little bit more.
And so it's Orlando with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Cole Anthony. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good, Ernie. As we know, depth is important to any team's success. They're demonstrating that tonight. And who knows, it might get the starters in the No one wants to be outshined.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything, Ernie. Shaq, you think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Rockets trail by 10. And the Magic making strides, but Doris, their offense is still lagging behind.
Yeah, a couple things come to mind here, Kevin. Obviously, outside shooting and playmaking are two areas where they can grow. elite perimeter play would probably help take them to the next level, but this is all part of the process when you've got young talent.
Filling the perimeter slots, it's Harris and Wagner. Banchero out there with Isaac, and it's Suggs in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Van Vliet after Jonathan Isaac's miss. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Smith.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Here is Harris. Harris draws the double. Banchero passes to Suggs. Got it. Good job at the low post.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Orlando leading by 8. That shot is off. Nice D from Brooks.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Van Vliet kicks to Brooks. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist in the game.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now, here's Wagner. He's got 8. To the inside, Isaac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Isaac's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you very much. Jalen Green is trying to reach his potential as a star in this league. He says things are starting to slow down for me. I'm recognizing the game a lot more and understanding what my role is. I'm locked in, and hopefully I'll give my team a chance to win and just take my game to another level, becoming a lot more efficient and aggressive. Kevin, back to you.
All right. Thanks, D.A. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. Anthony comes in for Jalen Suggs. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Houston. Aaron Holiday comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Now, here's Isaac. 6 points for him. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Smith for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Baseline J on the way. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Holiday shoots the 3. Here's Adams. It's another look. And that's 2 points on the way.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
Anthony against Holiday. Anthony with the bucket. 12 points for him.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
It's Brooks on the wing. Shoots over Wagner. Brooks misses. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Magic. At one point, they led by 16. They get to take on the Blazers of Portland after this one. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
This is why you have got to be disciplined when guarding Franz Wagner. This guy is so adept at drawing contact.
The first one falls. Well, they're still young, but the Magic, Greg, are becoming one of those league pass teams. Like people want to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some players, leaving aside any rooting interest on my part, they've got some young fellas that are definitely intriguing to watch.
Wagner's checked in for the Magic. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Boy, when you look at the 6'10" Franz Wagner, what you love is the skill set. It is tailor-made for today's NBA. He can stretch it from deep. He's not afraid to mix it up on the glass. You love it.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Brooks. Here's Wagner. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Green. It's Brooks on the wing. Shoots over Wagner. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists now tonight. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And that's 13 points for Franz Wagner.
It is always so fun to watch a guy with a well-rounded offensive game heat up. Mr. Franz Wagner, welcome to the party. That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Magic leading by 4. And here is Anthony. He's got 12. Harris outside. He takes it in, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Fultz is checked in for Franz Wagner. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green is checked in for Steven Adams. Whitmore comes in for Jabari Smith. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. It's Thompson in for Aaron Holiday. The Magic have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Gary Harris finding a way inside. That's a gritty play, folks.
And it's Whitmore missing.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Fultz kicks to Anthony. No good with the triple. Rockets trail by 9. Pass to Whitmore. The Rockets again can't hit. Orlando's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line. To make it a 3-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For the Magic, Paolo Banchero comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's Suggs in for Anthony. And a change for the Rockets. Van Vliet's checked in. On the free throw, no good. And last season, Greg, the Rockets tied for the league's second worst record. They expect a different outcome this go-around.
Yeah, their veteran additions, headlined by Fred VanVleet, key to turning the tide, but also continued progression by their youngsters.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Suggs, and yes, it's good. Suggs has got 6 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Eason. The three-pointer, no good. Magic leading by 11. Here's Harris. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. For 3, trains the three-pointer. He's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. This opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. The pairing up front, Smith in Şengün. Right, Van Vliet out there with Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Suggs has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Orlando. Smith for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Inside, here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Jalen Suggs has proven early, if you're open, he's going to find you. Pretty pass.
Nice shot by Smith.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Orlando leading by 9. Down low, here's Harris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And that's 12 points for Gary Harris.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Well, this is an important part of his offense. We know Van Vliet can knock down big-time shots, but what a pretty pass right there.
The Magic have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Stolen by Van Vliet. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. And Şengün throws it down.
Assisted.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. And Anthony subbed in for Harris. And a switch here also for Houston. Jalen Green's checked in for Thompson. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Orlando moving the ball around. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And that one's good. Brooks.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that one's good. Wagner.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 6. Scooped up. Brooks. Count the basket and the foul.
Sounds good.
It's on Franz Wagner.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Here's Fultz. Kicks it to Suggs. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 5.
Boy, great strength, great balance. Jalen Suggs shows you the ability to finish through contact.
Got that one up quick. Brooks has got 18 points just in the second half.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Here's Suggs. It's rebounded by Houston. Brooks has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Isaac against Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooks against Wagner, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Harris is checked in for the Magic. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. There's Green with the three. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Green's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Youth dance team.
Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Dylan Brooks.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley said to his team. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said, we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Carter pulls it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Yep, that one goes. And it's a 4-point Houston lead.
No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Suggs. Covered by Van Vliet. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Smith, no luck. The Magic have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
He falls in before our eyes. Jonathan Isaac wanting the big bucket. Go ahead.
Right side Green. A three. It's good from long range. Green's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Sengun kicks to Van Vliet. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Wagner. Here's Carter. Goes back up. They shoot again. That shot off. Smith with the defensive effort. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by the Magic. To the left wing. Here's Suggs. Great tee that time from Green.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
The Magic making a switch here. Dan Carroll's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Whitmore, he's checked in for Brooks. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're up by 5. There's 39 seconds left in the game.
And it's time to get loud. It's your 407 dance team.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They've been called for the 5-second violation. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Suggs passes to Harris. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Third team foul. Shooting for Houston, Jabari Smith. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Here they come, fans. Your 407 dance team.
Here's Wagner. The dish to Banchero. He kicks to Suggs. Looking to get it going. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Jalen Suggs, despite his youth, proving he's willing to step up when his team needs him.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're leading by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Van Vliet has proven more than capable as a legitimate three-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
Harris misses.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
No good. So Houston wins it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And the mental toughness that this group showed. They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Good board, Josh. One more. Ooh.
1v1, let's go.
All right. 16-19.
Come on, Roz, game point.
Ooh, it doesn't matter. Woo.
All right, come on.
All right.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up, the Spurs taking on the Rockets. For San Antonio, they started the season with a victory. Tonight, out to make it a win streak with number 2, Rockets. Spurs, coming up next. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Hi, everyone. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. Here are the starters for Houston. Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt. Brooks and Smith make up the 2 forwards. And it's Şengün in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Spurs, inside at the 4 and 5, it's Sohan and Wembanyama. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Well, Grant, we're still early on in the season here, but do you feel like you've got a good sense of these teams yet?
Absolutely no. I mean, it's too early right now to tell. Now, some teams are still kind of coming into their own, so I think we need a few more games before we get a real sense of who the contenders are this year.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Here's Johnson. Basket's good.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Pass to Brooks. And here's Green from the arc. Here's Şengün. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get. Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And Grant, the Rockets opening up the pocketbooks. Brought in several vets over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, Van Vliet and Brooks are the big names. I mean, they wanted to spend to get leaders to help their young core. We'll see how it mixes, but they feel now is the time to make their move.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
For three, Smith. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
I like how Fred Van Vliet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Sohan, the pass to Wembanyama, and the layup is good. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Let's go with a three. He can't hit that time. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Johnson on the wing. The three ball. Knocks it down from distance. 7 points in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Brooks outside. Out to the wing. For three, Smith gets the three to fall.
Oh, showing his competitive streak. Smith really wanted to answer them.
For San Antonio, they've got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Jones finds Wembanyama. Şengün with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Smith no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's Green missing. San Antonio leading. Here's Vassell. Three-pointer, no good. Green against Jones. And that one's good.
Green is so used to having to overpower defenders, and he takes great pride in it.
Vassell outside. The three. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside, Green. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Green's gotten his second bucket of the game.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Spurs. Pass to Sohan. Here's Vassell. There's the three. Smith with the rebound. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. With Vassell out there, there's a lot he brings to the table.
Yeah, he can make a difference at both ends of the floor, and I know they like that about him. If he has an off night shooting the ball, he still adds value with his defense.
And the Spurs call time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Here's Tate. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Here's Whitmore outside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Here's Branham. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Collins. There's 1:34 left in the first quarter here. Vassell outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Branham. Tate grabs the board.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
The 3 from Thompson. Collins with the rebound. San Antonio trailing here. Vassell passes to Bassi. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Great pass from Devin. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
On the wing, Holiday. The 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Osman. He's covered by Tate. They shoot again. Osman, no good. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. Mamukelashvili's checked in for San Antonio. Green's checked in for the Rockets. Eason comes in for Tate. San Antonio's going 1 of 4 from deep. Vassell passes to Mamukelashvili. Back to Vassell. All alone. Count it.
Taking advantage of the defense. Devin got inside, and you see what happened.
Pass to Whitmore. Shot on the wing. And the shot goes in. Whitmore's got his second basket on the night.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Thompson. First personal foul. First team foul.
5 ticks left in the first quarter with 2 seconds left. And Vassell puts it in.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. The Rockets on top, up 4. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Houston in the lead. You know, Grant, last season for the Spurs, their worst winning percentage since 1997.
And for a franchise that's done so much winning, BA, kind of strange to see. I mean, 4 straight years missing the playoffs, but before that, 22 straight playoff appearances and 5 titles.
They've got Johnson, Wembanyama out there with Trey Jones, and it's Branham in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. And here is Green. Lets it fly. That one's good from Green. And the assist by Van Vliet. Green's got 9. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. 9-point game. Here's Branham. He's scoreless. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game. And the Spurs making a change here. Sohan's checked in. Şengün checked in for the Rockets. Smith comes in for Eason. Jones against Van Vliet. From deep, Johnson sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
You got to play up on Johnson. This is why. Look at that jumper.
Over to the wing. For 3, Smith. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Who poked away? Oh, Brooks with the steal. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Fred VanVleet went from undrafted to an NBA All-Star. He said, quote, individually, there's still a lot left I want to get done, but trying to chase that next championship is what I'm locked in on. That feeling trumps anything I've ever done in my life. Besides my kids, that's right up there as far as personal journeys and accomplishments. Brian?
He's got it in the right order. Thanks, Allie. For 3, Smith. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by San Antonio. All right, Grant, I'm going to ask you to put on your executive hat now. Tell us what the key is to establishing culture at an NBA organization.
Ooh, BA. Culture, structured accountability. It's about getting the right group of guys and having strong leadership. And, of course, it only works if the coaches and players fully buy in.
Collins, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Van Vliet against Jones. To the paint. Here's Sohan, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Great ball movement there by Keldon, making the smart play.
Releases. Tries again. And there's a nice layup by Şengün. And the Rockets lead by 7.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
To the wing on the left. To the middle. And Collins with the slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jones, the pass to Sohan. Now here's Collins. Outside Johnson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. And Smitty, even as his game has evolved, Keldon Johnson remains a spark plug.
You know, he plays with so much energy. He has become more than a downhill scorer. He can hit the jumper off the catch or dribble to keep defenders honest.
Jones against Van Vliet. Pass to Collins. Back to Jones. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Jones has got his first 2 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
On the wing, Brooks. Beyond the arc. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
What a night. Everything working for Keldon Johnson, making a major impact.
Inside, here's Şengün. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Şengün, no good on the free throw. But Grant, the Rockets finished at the bottom of the Western Conference for 3 straight seasons. They got some high draft picks as a result.
And BA, no one likes losing, but Houston has to be happy with the talented young prospects they've been able to select. It'll be interesting to watch their growth as individuals and as a team.
Holiday's checked in for the Rockets. Grant, you look at the league's basketball-related income. The Players and owners split it about 50-50.
You know, BA, that's why they call it a partnership. You talk about a shared interest. The NBA has really become a leader by example in all of professional sports.
Now here's Jones, coming off a 12-point game.
2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the first half. Vassell, right side. Shoots over Thompson. Here's Bassey. And at last, they get one to fall. Bassey's got his second basket of the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Tate's shot is off. The Spurs have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Here's Vassell. Money from 17 feet out. Vassell's got 6.
Devin Vassell with a great feel when to use the mid-range jumper. Such a skilled swing man. He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Collins outside. Down low. Here's Bassey. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5 even though he's a little undersized.
Holiday from long range. Can't hit that one. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Bassey. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Şengün. He has 6. Here's Whitmore outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Whitmore's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Holiday against Jones. 19 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Clock at 4. Here's Vassell. The shot off that time. Thompson with some nice D. Here's Tate. The shot, no good. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Coach Popovich. And, Pop, I know you're not happy with the first half. They've taken the fight to you thus far. How do you take it back?
Yeah, they've been the aggressive team. I think we've played really soft so far. Really pathetic defensive performance.
Coach, hopefully more toughness from your team in the second half. Thanks.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first, and having been behind by as many as 8, they clawed their way back. Looking at Houston, and Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
They made every possession count by limiting the mistakes. Very disciplined about protecting the ball and making the right play. If they keep this up, the lead should be safe. Don't get caught in the lead just because you're ahead.
Over to Kenny now. Your take on the Spurs.
Well, don't get me started with their perimeter D. They're standing around flat-footed, not closing down on shooters quickly enough. The result is way too many open threes, and at halftime, the deficit, that couldn't be avoided.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Well, you look at Keldon Johnson. He's really been playing well.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Kick it off the second half. Here's Ime Udoka's 5. Green and Brooks on the perimeter. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. And it's Van Vliet in at the point.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple. Unselfish. Moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Smith's got 15 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
From deep, Wembanyama. Smith with the rebound. For Houston, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Well, Graham, before he even hit the league, Wembanyama was touted as the next big star from afar.
You know, B.A., playing in a foreign pro league added to his mystique, B.A. We weren't getting the exposure to his game. It made it easy to wonder just how great he would be here. Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Three-pointer, Brooks. The rebound by the Spurs. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Here's Jones. Misses the layup.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Van Vliet. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. And the Rockets lead by 13.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Sohan. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And too long on the shot. For Houston, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
You could say the Spurs are in development mode. Devin Vassell said there's a lot of potential, a lot of new opportunity. Just got to make sure we're growing each game and maturing. As long as we play together and we play the right way, we will have a chance to win every game. We still got the greatest coach of all time sitting back there. Brian?
Yeah, you'll get no argument here. Thanks, Allie. Here's Sohan. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists tonight. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And the Spurs with some changes. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Jones. And Branham subbed in for Vassell. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Adams checked in for Şengün.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Here's Branham. Still no points. Looking to end the run. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Oh, Grant, it seems like just yesterday that the Spurs were drafting a generational big man.
Of all the places for Wemby to go, the Spurs were ideal. It continues the line of elite talents to play under Pop. He'll learn from the best, and we're all excited to see what he can do.
Branham passes to Wembanyama. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
Tight defense, but Wembanyama has the length and body control to overcome it.
The Rockets have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Brooks from outside. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Branham. Green covering. Mamukelashvili passes to Wembanyama. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
From behind the arc.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Smith no good. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. A good look from Johnson. Adams grabs the miss.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
And there's 1:38 left in the third. Hits a three-pointer. Brooks has got 12 points here in the second half.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Now here's Wembanyama. 12 points for him. The shot by Johnson, no good. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Green finds Brooks, fires the three. Offensive board. Adams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Can't teach size and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not rooting him out of there.
To the paint. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range. Van Vliet's got his second bucket on the night.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And Sohan gets it to go.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Pulls it. And it's Houston scoring again.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Here's Sohan. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Sohan's got 6 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And it's Brooks missing. Here's Sohan. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Smith. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Houston with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. Jetty Osman out there with Wembanyama. And it's Collins in at center. That's the San Antonio 5. Count it.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And the Rockets shooting a fantastic 57%. It's stolen by Wembanyama. On the wing, Vassell, defended by Thompson. Pulls up, high post. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist from Vassell.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Fires away from way outside. And it's Whitmore missing. Spurs shooting a fantastic 57%. From 8 feet away. Osman, no good. Osman's gone just 1 for 4 so far. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Pass to Wembanyama from the arc. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
The assist, Fred Van Vliet.
fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. To the right side. Back to Jones. Pass to Osman. Lets the three fly. Thompson pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Stolen by Wembanyama. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
The Spurs have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. To the inside. Up and in on the layup.
Keeping his eyes open out there. Devin Vassell with a beautiful pass.
To the left wing. Lets it go from deep. And it's Eason with a three.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Now here's Collins. Osman on the wing. Vassell outside. Here's the three. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Osman. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, your first year in the league, 1995. The Houston Rockets were NBA champs.
Oh, B.A., I mean, Hakeem the Dream made facing that team a nightmare. He was everywhere defensively, long and quick on his feet. That 95 Houston team was incredible.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. And Smitty, a trend for the Spurs, playing fast.
B.A., they get up a lot of shots. Problem is, the efficiency needs to be there. That was a hallmark of the great Spurs teams back in the day.
Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
And you can tell Green has a good feel for his game. He knows how to find his shots.
Now here's Collins. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's Massey, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Osman. Now here's Şengün. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Rebound, San Antonio. Vassell's got 6 rebounds in the game. Right side, Johnson.
2 minutes remaining.
And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
There's the power in Johnson's game. Beasting in the lane.
For 3, Smith. Rebound, San Antonio. 1:51 left in the fourth. To the middle. And Sohan gets it to go.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Here's Şengün. Here's Brooks. And he battles for the ball, gets his second chance bucket. Brooks has got 20 points.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Now here's Vassell. Tries to break his ice. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Rockets.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from three. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Fred VanVleet.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight. Flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
And so it's Houston with it. After the basket by San Antonio. Nails it from three.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Jones, the pass to Sohan. Outside Jones. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
It's Johnson with a drive.
Attack the hoop, Keldon, and good things will happen.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Spurs, Keldon Johnson.
2.
The free throw drops for Johnson.
What I like about Keldon Johnson, he doesn't settle. Most of his shots come from inside the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Thompson. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Now Jones. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.